From today, we're being urged to have our Walkmans at the ready. It's 50 years since the cassette was first launched at the Berlin Radio Show. And to celebrate, today's been declared Cassette Store Day. Bands from all over the world have been releasing their albums on tape as part of those celebrations, and Colin Patterson has been looking at all of that.
Time to rewind. The cassette is back. In the 80s, it revolutionised the music industry, overtaking vinyl as the way people bought albums.
Another 4 copies of Bruce Springsteen's ever-popular Born in the USA.
And causing Cliff Richard to go roller skating in a shopping centre. Tapes were all but erased in the 90s by the CD, but fast forward to the present, and shops as far away as Helsinki, Tokyo and Buenos Aires are stocking up once again for the first Cassette Store Day.
It's going to be taken down to rough trade this afternoon.
Radio 1's Jen Long has helped organise the event and believes there are real reasons why things could turn around for the cassette.
Partly nostalgia, partly novelty, but a lot of it has to do with kind of the economic climate that we are living in. No one really has that much disposable income, and if you're a massive music fan and you want to start a label and you want to put out bands that you really love and you want to get involved with that side of things, then the cheapest way to do it is to start a cassette label.
Say a word and learn to believe it.
And acts are doing their part. Bright Light are joining the likes of the Flaming Lips by releasing an album on cassette today.
It encourages people to listen to things start to finish, so it's tricky to fast forward through cassettes. Much, with the CD you can do that really, really simply, but it's much harder with a cassette, and I think it makes the experience a lot nicer.
At the AIM Independent Music Awards this week, there was a lot of fondness for the format.
My wife still keeps the cassettes that I made for her, and I've kept a lot of cassettes that people made for me, because you know that it takes forever to do it.
I harked back to getting my first Walkman, which was the size of a block of flats, and I used to lug it around back, and you'd buy your cassette and you'd put it in there and it would wear out, and you'd buy another one and then buy another one.
I look at my cassettes longingly and think, I must get a new player. Some days I just stand there with a pencil just winding them all back, back to the start, because I've got no way of listening to them anymore.
But now there is once again a way of buying them. Banquet Records in Kingston is one of the stores taking part.
You're never going to have lots of cassettes in this record shop again, though, are you?
Well, we'll see. I mean, there was a time when vinyl was thought to be dead, and that came back. Now we sell more vinyl than we do CDs.
What do you make of Cassette Day? Is this just a gimmick?
There's certainly an aspect of gimmick, but I think it's just fun. And if you replace the word gimmick with fun, it's a bit more what it's about.
And one of their regular customers is particularly excited because he's been listening to tapes pretty much on a loop since the 80s.
I let them have their a la carte digital stuff any day of the week, but I love cassettes. And the thing is, if you get a cassette and you put it in your Walkman, you can't really carry that many, so you have to keep listening to that same cassette, so you find all the gold in there.
It may be on a tiny scale, but unlikely as it seems, it could be time to eject thoughts about the end of the cassette. Colin Patterson, BBC News.
Videodrome.